Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. French Open. 5 unseeded stars to watch out for in women's singles draw. The French Open draw is closing in. And while the likes of Aryna, Sabalenka and Swiatek are set to dominate headlines, there are plenty of big stars among the unseeded players at Roland Garros. Here we look at 5 big-name unseeded players the leading title contenders will hope to avoid early on in the tournament. Current ranking. Note 35. A strain of injury issues and inconsistent results means that Jabeur finds herself just outside the seeded positions in Paris, though her danger is undeniable. The Tunisian is a former World No. 2, a 3-time Grand Slam finalist, and has reached back-to-back quarterfinals at Roland Garros, showcasing her danger on the clay. It took 3 sets to beat Jabeur in both her French Open quarterfinals in 3 sets, and she remains a player that the top guns will want to avoid. Belinda Bencic. Current ranking. Note 39. Current ranking. Note 35. A string of injury issues and inconsistent results means that Jabeur finds herself just outside the seeded positions in Paris, though her danger is undeniable. The Tunisian is a former World No. 2, a 3-time Grand Slam finalist, and has reached back-to-back quarterfinals at Roland Garros, showcasing her danger on the clay. It took 3 sets to beat Jabeur in both her French Open quarterfinals in 3 sets, and she remains a player that the top guns will want to avoid. Belinda Bencic. Current ranking. Note 39. There is no reason why clay cannot be a good surface for Raducanu, a strong all-court mover on any surface, and the former U.S. Open champion will be one to watch when the unseeded players are placed. Duty Day Tour News. Naomi Osaka. Current ranking. Note 49. After a stop-start comeback, since her return from maternity leave at the start of 2024, Osaka appears to have rediscovered some of her best tennis on a surface that has not always been too kind to her. The Japanese's run to the title at the WTA 125 event in St. Malo was her first title at any level since the 2021 Australian Open, and she backed that up with a solid campaign in Rome. Osaka so nearly beat eventual champion Swiatek at Roland Garros 12 months ago, and despite never making it past round 3, there is a sense she is growing in confidence on this surface. Alex Ila. Current ranking. No 69. The stage is set. Alex Ila will make her Grand Slam main draw debut at the French Open this coming fortnight. Ila has been a name on everyone's lips since her stunning run at the Miami Open earlier this season, and she has slowly been navigating her way into WTA Tour life since. A tough loss at the Italian Open should not deter the Filipina heading into the French Open, where she will become the first woman from her nation to play a major main draw match. French Open 2025. 5 unseeded stars to watch in the women's singles draw. Paris in late May is a ballet of red dust and rising dreams. The French Open, with its poetic clay and brutal battles of endurance, is often where the unpredictable becomes unforgettable. While top seeds draw the spotlight, history at Roland Garros is littered with breakthroughs from names that entered the draw without a number beside them. In 2025, the women's singles bracket is wide open beneath the favorites, with Swiatek chasing history and Aryna, Sabalenka and Coco Gauff ready to challenge. It's easy to forget the danger that lurks in the unseeded pack, players who can topple a giant with a single forehand or a perfectly placed drop shot. Here are 5 unseeded women who could shake up the draw and perhaps script the next Parisian fairy tale. 1. Brenda Fruvertov. Czech Republic. Age. 17. Current WTA ranking. 77. Why watch her? Precocious talent with nerves of steel. The younger of the Czech wonderkind duo, Brenda Fruvertov, doesn't just play tennis, she orchestrates it. At just 17, she's already turned heads with her court intelligence, ice-cool demeanor, and effortless ability to change pace. While her sister Linda has flirted with Grand Slam breakthroughs, Brenda's fearless style may be better suited for the red clay, where timing and tactical nuance reign. She's not the most physically imposing player yet, but her shot selection and mental composure give her a dangerous edge. Her backhand down the line is already a weapon, and in the chaotic rhythm of Roland Garros, her ability to construct points can outwit even seasoned pros. Potential matchup to watch. A second-round clash against a top 10 seed could provide the early drama the tournament thrives on. 2. Emma Raducanu, United Kingdom. Age, 22. Current WTA ranking, 92. Why watch her? Grand Slam pedigree meets rediscovered form. It's almost strange to call a Grand Slam champion unseeded. But Raducanu's ranking plunge over the past 2 years makes her a dangerous floater. After injury woes and coaching carousel drama, the 2021 U.S. Open champion seems to be finding her rhythm again just in time for clay season. Though her past success came on hard courts, Raducanu's adaptable game and high tennis IQ make her a fascinating dark horse. She's been quietly putting in the work, and her movement and patience are improving, 2 traits essential for Roland Garros. If the draw is kind and her body holds up, don't be surprised if she channels the same energy that carried her through New York into Parisian glory. Potential matchup to watch. A third-round encounter against a top-seeded clay specialist. Potential fireworks. 3. Diana Schneider, Russia. Age, 20. Current WTA ranking, 68. Why watch her? A left-handed enigma with untamed power. Diana Schneider plays with the abandon of someone who never read the script. A lefty with a thunderous forehand and an affinity for risk. She brings chaos to order. Exactly the kind of presence that can turn the Roland Garros draw into a maelstrom. Her rise through the collegiate and pro circuits has been electric. While still refining her decision-making, her raw power and spin-heavy ground strokes thrive on clay. She hits through the surface with confidence, and when her serve is clicking, she's nearly unplayable. A crowd favorite waiting to happen, Schneider is the kind of player who can knock off a top seed just by believing she should. Potential matchup to watch. First week standoff against a player like Jelena Ostapenko. Expect fireworks and few rallies under 10 shots. 4. Clara Burel, France. Age, 23. Current WTA ranking, 74. Why watch her? The home crowd's secret weapon. In a slam notorious for its pressure on French players, Clara Burel wears her national colors with pride, not panic. Burel has shown flashes of brilliance in the past, but 2025 may be her time to truly shine, with her all-court game peaking at just the right moment. On clay, Burel's ability to move well and absorb pace makes her a nightmare matchup. Her touch at the net, variety, and strategic court sense have already delivered some top 20 wins this year. Add to that the raucous Parisian crowd behind her, and you have a player that could ride a wave of national fervor into the second week. She's not just a feel-good story. Burel has the tools to beat higher-ranked players and the grit to last in long 3-setters. Potential matchup to watch. A night session under the lights against a flustered seed. Pure French drama. 5. Ashlyn Kruger, USA. Age, 20. Current WTA ranking, 83. Why watch her? Quietly building a clay court resume. The American game isn't traditionally known for clay court prowess, but Ashlyn Kruger is bucking that trend. Tall, powerful, and deceptively nimble, Kruger's recent run through the European swing shows that she's more than a hard-court hope. Her serve, already one of the most underrated on tour, gives her an immediate advantage, but it's her improved patience and strategic point construction on clay that's been turning heads. A run to a semifinal in a lead-up WTA 250 event has many quietly tipping her for a breakout slam. Kruger may not dominate headlines, but she's positioned herself as a major spoiler, especially against higher seeds who aren't comfortable grinding through long rallies on slow courts. Potential matchup to watch. A second-round face-off against a flashy but inconsistent seed like Caroline Garcia. Why unseeded players matter. The magic of the French Open is rooted in its unpredictability. From Jelena Ostapenko's storm to the 2020 surprise semifinalists, the clay has long favored those bold enough to defy expectation. These 5 players might not lift the Coupe Suzanne Lenglen this year, but they will certainly shape how the tournament unfolds. They represent different stories. A teenage prodigy, a Grand Slam returnee, a lefty gunslinger, a homegrown hope, and a clay-conquering American. Each comes into Paris with little to lose, and that makes them dangerous. In the shadow of the favorites, they might just find their moment in the sun, or, more fittingly, under the fading light on Court Philippe Chatrier, where legends are born and surprises are savored. Final word. In a sport that thrives on tension, the unseeded are often its best dramatists. With nerves as weapons and opportunity as fuel, These 5 women step onto the Parisian clay, ready to write their own chapters. Watch closely. The numbers beside their names may be small or missing, but the danger they bring is very, very real.